You couldn't find two more polar opposite competitors than Kairi Sane and Shayna Baszler, but these two women found themselves on opposite sides of the ring as Mae Young Classic finalists.
That's an understatement, Michael. Sane trained in yachting in Japan, while Baszler grew up in the Midwest and trained in Muay Thai and MMA. That clash of styles led to an amazing final match at the Mae Young Classic, which Kairi Sane won.
Look at them, locked inside that cage like a couple of rabid animals.
Byron and I discussed Kairi Sane and Shayna Baszler's face-off during the Mae Young Classic, but it wasn't the end of their rivalry. When Baszler debuted in NXT, she immediately targeted and attacked Sane.
That led to a match where Baszler beat Sane by making the Pirate Princess pass out. Things are far from over between these two wildly different NXT standouts.
That landed perfectly. Nobody comes back from this. This might be it. Oh, my. It's just a matter of time now. That packed a punch. Nice move. Nicely done. Perfectly executed. She's starting to sweat a bit. To be expected, though, given the competition she's in there with tonight.
Man. Listen, she's more than capable of absorbing a little punishment here. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if this motivated her to be even more ruthless inside that cage.
The best way to describe combatants clashing inside a steel cage is its battle of attrition. Sometimes a superstar is left with no choice but to fight fire with fire and do whatever they need to do in order to win the match. And sometimes it comes down to a superstar doing whatever they need to do in order to survive.
Byron, you touched on this earlier, but it's so important for a superstar to accept that there's nowhere to run and nowhere to hide in a steel cage match. That the conflict will be resolved within the 15-foot-high steel walls that surround the ring. And that losing a cage match can mean much more than a mark in the loss column. For some, it has meant the end of their career.
It's difficult to describe the damage that can be done to a superstar who competes in a steel cage match. We see the physical harm, but we don't see the psychological effects from being inside the cage. Make no mistake about it, Michael. The steel cage truly represents survival of the fittest.
Shayna Baszler is probably the biggest bully in all of WWE. She's tough, but her intimidation factor can defeat an opponent before the match even starts. Corey, how should a competitor approach Baszler?
Everyone who's seen even a modest amount of success against Baszler has done so by kind of building a weird immunity to her mind games. Ember Moon lives in the darkness. Kairi Sane thinks she's a pirate. And Nikki Cross, well, she's Nikki Cross.
Corey may have hit the nail on the head about strategy concerning Shayna Baszler. To avoid being intimidated, you need to be a little insane, because once you learn what the submission magician is capable of, Kairi clearly on a mission here.
She got her good there. Gentlemen, I think Kairi Sane may have just secured this match.
When she gets in attack mode, look out. Nice move. I can't tell you how many victims have suffered the same fate. Oh, and a drop kick. Incoming. Beautiful German. This is a level of destruction no one was expecting.
Victory is on the horizon.
Let's take a quick look at that again.
That could be it, Michael.
According to historians, the twisted metal that we see as part of steel cages today dates back 80 years. To settle a dispute between competitors Jack Bloomfield and Count Pietro Rossi, the two met inside a ring surrounded by chicken wire. At first, these types of matches were referred to as fence matches.
You gotta believe this one's over. Corey, you gave us an impressive history of the origins of the steel cage match. I'd like to point out to our viewers that from the 1960s to the mid-1980s, chain-link fences were used to enclose the ring for WWE steel cage matches. A superstar could win by pinfall, submission, or by exiting the cage through the cage door or climbing over the top of the cage.
We should also point out, Michael, that the way to win a steel cage match can vary by match depending on what was agreed to before contracts to compete in the match were signed. Talking about history, at WrestleMania 2, WWE unveiled the redesigned steel cage with solid steel blue bars before returning to chain link mesh in the late 1990s.
So painful.
The rivalry between Ultimate Warrior and Ravishing Rick Rude began during the Super Pose Down at the 1989 Royal Rumble. Then it progressed to where both superstars battled over the Intercontinental Championship. At SummerSlam 90, the rivals met inside a 15-foot-high steel cage for the WWE Championship. Victory could be achieved by pinfall or escape from the cage.
And look at the quickness by Sane.
We're looking at complete domination here. Kairi. That strike is strategically placed on her opponent.
Wow, she's fought her way all the way back here.
And she's knocked off her feet.
I think that one caught her by surprise, Michael.
Kairi Sane. Big move. Come warm up the buses. This one's over.
I bet you feel foolish riding her off now.
I can't believe this one's still going on, especially after the beating that's been delivered tonight. You're not going to win many matches absorbing punishment like that.
I don't know how much more these superstars can take, guys. You'd have to think something's got to give here soon. I don't know about you guys, but it looks to me like these superstars are on their last legs here.
She's starting to get on a roll. She's beginning to take some heat here. At this point, you have to wonder if she can recover from this.
I don't know. I expect her to get...
Uh-oh.
It doesn't look like she's going to get her to tap here.
And she's able to break out of it.
The lesson to learn here, Cole, is that you can never count her out.
Look at this. A minor miracle might be needed to overcome this beating. Look out! Her back is in some real pain now. What a brutal beating we've seen dished out so far. Look at this! This one's getting ugly. You might want to turn away if you have a weak heart.
Oh man, she's rolling now.
And it's reversed. Shayna Baszler making her move. She's in a bad way now.
And there it is, boys.
I don't know if Sane can recover.
Probably not.
At some point, the referee may want to think about stopping this one before somebody gets seriously injured. That's it. It's over. It's over. There's no recovering from that. Oh, no! Taking on any more damage here could very well mean the beginning of the end.
She wants this win bad.
I don't know if Sane can take much more of this.
She's as good as done. She's walking the plank, so to speak.
This may very well be the beginning of the end for her.
I would never question her toughness, but at this point, I just don't see how she can win this match. She's simply taken too much offense.
Given what they've shown us here tonight, it's a shame that one of these women will have to walk away on the losing end of this one. Yes! Unreal performance.
And here's a look back at some of the action from the previous match.
When any superstar, man or woman, is able to find a way to win a match as entertaining and action-filled as that one, they should be grateful and really proud. Some great stuff.
And there's your winner here in this singles match.
It was a sinking ship tonight for Kairi Sane, fellas, and the Pirate Princess was without a lifeboat. Now she's all the way down in Davy Jones' locker. I got a bunch of them.
And the crowd here tonight still in awe over that great match.